Hare Krishna, my dear devotees. So what I'm working on is a beautiful cloak for Krishna, which is velvet in a rose, dusky rose pink on one side, and the other side has incredible aqua. And I'm just setting up my bias binding. I wanted to go down the road and buy a different color bias binding, but my car has a flat tire and is currently wedged in the driveway. I had a go at changing the tire myself, and I'm proud to say that I managed to get it up on the jack, but I was not very successful undoing the nuts from the wheel. So I'm leaving that for when my brother gets home from work, and for now I'm just going to use gold bias binding. I think it'll work fine. And I could wish it was a little thicker, but at the thickness it is, I think it's still going to be, oh my god, a disaster. Uh-oh. Let's see. Yeah, my problem is I have a silver, but what am I doing? Alhamdulillah. All right, let's just try harder to get it in here. Might have to unpick that first bit. This is obviously cut in a beautiful curve, and it just hangs like so beautifully. It hangs amazing. When I get this side, I will show you how it hangs on our beautiful Mohana Krishna deity. This is part of his couture wardrobe. The thing I love about sewing is you can just always fix your mistakes, you know. You can always do something to fix it. Well, it's one of the things anyway. I am planning to add a beautiful edge in pearl beads. Okay. So I promised you a look, and I'll just adjust my camera. See if I can do that. Yeah. Here is beautiful Mohana. And this is gorgeous reverse side. And this is how it's going to look on him. Roughly. Just roughly at this point. So it's going to be gorgeous. And oh, I love it. That's the first little sneak peek I've had either. So let's try get back onto the actual sewing. I was kind of thinking I might have to end up hand stitching this, but I really don't. I mean, I'm hoping I won't have to. Because that would be quite laborious. It might be worth it along this edge here though, because I'm not planning to run the beads up there. So I might work on that now and just hand stitch it closed. Am I going to do that really? Yes, I am. Alright, so I guess we'll use this colour. And thread our needle, maybe a smaller needle. This is a beautiful silk here. The inside lining and the outside lining is a velvet. And I don't know if you know, but velvets actually have different piles on them. A pile is how thick it is, I guess, and how closely they've interspersed the fibres. And this one, it's a gorgeous one. I would say it would be like upholstery strength. But on his dhoti here, we have another velvet, and this is very pliable and soft. It's really special. Okay, so I'll just cut away the excess. I did do a bunch of this beforehand. Obviously, you can see that the two sides are already sandwiched together. And oh, this one's got so many little naughty threads. I'm actually really quite proud of how tidy my tiny stitches are, and let's hope that I can keep that going today. Because we want them to be almost imperceptible. I mean, if that's not too much to ask. So I'm not going through all the way to the reverse side. And this is not intended as a tutorial really. It's just, oh gosh, I think I did go through to the reverse. Look at that. That's not worth leaving when it's the first two stitches. Yes, so as I was saying, this is not intended as a tutorial. It's just a little chance to kind of get some behind the scenes fun, and feel free to speed watch it in future for any use it might be to you. So I know I need to have a slightly lighter hand now that I know it's gone quite easily through the velvet. I'll just try and take it through our aqua silk. The bottom edge won't need to be hand stitched because I am planning on adding some gorgeous beaded fringe. And after this, after this outfit, I have made a commitment to a pretty cool seller in India who has sold me a bunch of different braids, and she is sponsoring an outfit for Krishna in return for letting you know all about where you can order her beautiful braids and accessories. So that's the next thing, and I'm thinking about how to do the design, which is oh gosh, it's so cool. I will share it on stories later today, maybe when my hands are free, and you can help me brainstorm what colors I should put with it. It's quite unusual. It's got a turquoise and a red already, and maybe a little bit of yellow, can't quite remember. But the design of it is like triangular or kind of a step design. Just cut off the excess velvet edge here. We're sealing this in with the bias binding, so obviously it's a raw edge and we don't need all this extra stuff. And Hare Krishna to the one person who's viewing my live stream. You are most welcome here. So we've managed to get quite a nice tidy little seam there. Not betraying myself yet. Hopefully not making you scoff at my proclamation of tidy hems. Tidy stitching, I find it quite satisfying to do them neat and regular. When I first learnt to sew, I learnt by making deity clothes for my mum's beautiful Gornitai deities, and they're so small. They must be about, I don't know, maybe 7 inches tall in total, and of course like 2 or 3 inches of that is made up in their arms. So their garments ended up being like 2 or 3 inches, and it was an exercise in delicate patience, and it definitely influenced why I decided that my deities would be as large as I could get them. And so I have a Gornitai whose total height is 21 inches. And, you know, some of that is made up for in the arms. So their overall height is not actually that tall, like the top of the head to the bottom of their feet. If I had to guess, I would say maybe like 15 inches. That's probably pretty accurate. And then they have a base that they stand on. But anyway, they're still so much bigger than my mum's deities, and it does mean that you can do a lot more with them, and you have more options for jewels and the whole deal. Oh, I just can't get over this beautiful shimmery yellow jade green turquoisey look. I was inspired to choose this for the lining, the beautiful silk, because on Krishna's turban, I've used a turban ornament which has these pale aquamarine blue, almost jade colour stones mixed in with the pearls, and it just is so pretty. And so I was inspired to see if that worked. And first of all, I got out one that was way too pale, and so that clearly did not work. This is fine here. We can finish the rest of it maybe after we do the other side. Yeah, so that's where the inspiration for that came from. So we've done one side, let's do this side, and perhaps we will, ooh, that one is really dodgy. I think we might have to unpick that and have another go. Sorry to say, sorry for myself. Krishna. Alright, so it's, yep, starts getting bad right down the bottom here. Do you make clothes for your deities? Please let me know in the comment. And if you haven't, are you going to try? I hope that my videos will inspire you to have a go. There we go. Alright, so we've made a little start. And we should be able to quite easily remove that now. Ugh, let's hope it doesn't fray the velvet. Well, the braid itself is actually quite touchy too. I just have to keep manually doing that. Oh, some comments. It's 7:42 a.m. says Raja. In India, please choose a comfortable time. Oh, my friend, the problem is in the evening, I am too tired to live stream, and my evening is your kind of, you know, after worky time. So I know it's inconvenient, but I'll save it and maybe people can watch it again in future on the playback, because if I don't do it in my morning, and also the light is a problem. When it gets dark, it's just shocking trying to do the live stream. You can't see the colors properly or anything. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I know, I see your feedback. I will try and do more in the evening. I'm so excited to hear that you make your outfits yourself and you find it interesting to see what I'm doing. I really appreciate that. And in India, it is now winter, but in Australia, it is hot, hot spring, nearly summer. I think next week we're going into summer. Now, if this is too mangled, we will replace it, but if it's not, then we'll just stitch it back down. And I have a little opportunity to fix the mistakes I made up here at the top, where I wanted it to kind of tuck in to the other bias binding, and it wasn't. So let's, actually, I'm going to just snip that off. It was a little extra anyway. Okay, let's have another go. Let's have another go here. Let's just trim off all that messy fraying. I was slightly scared to work with velvet because I know how much it does fray, but I have to say, pretty happy with how it's behaved. Like, it hasn't been that bad. It hasn't been as bad as it could have been. That's what we'll go with. I'll just pin this to get it right. I want to go to the edge there. And then we want to come down. So let's get that under. Turn that back on. Huddy, huddy. There we go. All right, I'm going to try and sew in the ditch, which is to say in the crease. Just pull off all those extra bits. All right, so in the crease over here. Just roll this up so it's not kind of dragging the whole thing away from the feed dog. It's a funny thing that they call under this section, they call it the feed dog. For whatever reason. All right, let's see how that is, if this is better. I think it will be. Certainly is quite fraying. Oh yes, much better. Much more secure. That's what we want. A little bit of security. Alrighty, let's get our needle. There we go, turn off the machine. I'm trying to do more bold colour combinations. Certainly my comfort zone is like single tones or obviously harmonious colours, like, you know, yellow and peach or something. That's pretty obvious, that goes together nicely. Oh, I have a visitor. I'm gonna go. Haribo. Hey, Mom.